go home. Your parents are Nigerian.
Yeah.
You go out with your friends, everybody black. Let's go.
Content queen, but my crown's been tilted. I make dope shit, but y'all don't feel it. And I edit so much, I could do it in my sleep. Create so much, I think it runs in my genes. Content queen, but my crown's been tilted. I make dope shit, but y'all don't feel it. And I edit so much, I could do it in my sleep. Create so much, I think it runs in my genes. That's GoziTV.
Hey y'all, welcome back to GoziTV. I'm here with my girl
Marche.
and we're just here. We definitely decided to have some conversations. How did we meet?
Ooh, I feel like we met at a mutual friend's house at like a party or something.
We were turning up.
Turning up, you know, and you being your witty, wonderful self, you know, came over and said, you know, we're just going to be friends for life. And I was like, yes, I accept.
Wow, I don't know if that's...
No, that's not how it happened. I skipped 2 steps in between. No, but definitely a mutual friend's house. We were getting down. We were having a good time. I was maybe getting down, and Ngozi was noticing, hey, you're getting down. What's up? And I was like, hey, girl, you're popping. You're beautiful. You're funny. And then, bam, here we are together.
I told her she was having too much fun, and I was just like, I was like, who is this pretty girl that's like thinking that she's just awesome? You know what? Look, you know what? I'm not even gonna hate. I'm finna go over there and see what she's talking about.
That's exactly what happened.
That's exactly what happened. I was like, hi.
Fun police.
I was like, what?
I'm the fun police, and what is you doing? What are you doing? You two having too much fun? No.
I was like, you're having way too much fun. You need to tone it down. And she was like, why? Why do I need to tone it down? And then we just kept going back and forth and back and forth. And then here we are today, because also we're both from Texas.
Now this is the truth. Okay. Okay, and what we can say and what you can obviously see is Texas is where it's at, as far as just that caliber, you know, that it's bringing to the table. You see
the caliber of women, the caliber of oh my gosh, what? Are we a little different?
Absolutely.
Oh, but we don't look different.
Do we not look different?
Okay, well, listen. Welcome back. This is the conversation that we are having. We are having this conversation because I couldn't help but notice. Hold on, there's a plane.
Bitch ass plane.
Stupid ass plane.
Stupid ass plane.
Dumb ass plane.
Oh, bitch ass plane.
Fucking ass plane.
Crazy ass plane.
Plane. You playing games. So you playing games, you dumb ass plane. Okay.
Plane. Don't crash the plane. Do it again.
Dumb ass plane. Hey, okay. So I have been waking up. You know, I've been pretty aware of who I am. I've been waking up.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just that was really cute.
Oh no, but listen, I've been waking up. I've been waking up so much lately, and in that sense, I've been waking up to what's actually going down, what's actually happening, not only in the world, but just like in the space that I'm in, and that's in entertainment. And I am aware of who I am. I'm aware of, you know, how things go in the place that I'm in, and I wanted to really just talk about it. So
it was a great stopping point because another fucking bitch ass plane.
Dumbass plane.
Sorry, dumb ass plane.
Stupid, idiotic ass plane.
Piece of shit ass plane.
Fucking low level garbage plane.
Fucking economy class, fucking no legroom having ass plane.
Oh my gosh, no legroom is the worst. I couldn't even raise my leg up that high. Okay, as you guys know, some of you might be annoyed that I'm a proud Nigerian American, and Marche, you are
black. Maybe Nigerian. I don't know. But black American.
But you don't say African American.
I don't like to use African American. I will accept it. I'm not trying to fight the whole fight of getting it changed to something else, but I don't personally use it. I understand that it was a name that was created by another group of people to identify blacks in America post, the transatlantic slave trade. So I classify myself as black. I feel like in the community that is debatable. A lot of black people don't consider themselves black, or African as people as well don't necessarily identify. And then there's also this whole crossover Afro-Latino or Afro whatever type of people that are like maybe don't want to identify with black, Puerto Rican or whatever. So I mean, I like black. I'm fine with black. I fuck with black.
So even though realistically, there's another plane. Come on, Mr. Plane. You playing those games and I don't feel the same. I'm not gonna play your games, Mr. Plane, Mr. Plane, Mr. Plane, Mr. Plane. Ain't playing your games, ain't playing your games, Mr. Plane, Mr. Plane. No, you stupid. You so dumb. You got me.
I'll read the bottom of it.
Okay. So, I don't even know what I was going to ask. That Mr. Plane was cool.
It was. I'm here for it.
Okay.
I love it. We can be like the Braxtons. You know how they always like breaking in the song?
Okay. Where did we leave off?
You were going to ask me something about black. Like why, if even you were going to say,
why are you black? No, I'm just playing.
Yeah. Even though something, that's where you stopped. But basically we're talking about identifying as African American or black or whatever. And mind you, I recognize I'm African American, or people may identify me as such. Like I can't try to pass as anything else. So I'm okay with that, but I won't necessarily reference myself out when I'm or whatever talking or speaking with people as African American. I think that black people say that to make others comfortable. We usually use African American when others are around or we're speaking in front of people that are not just black to make them feel comfortable, because black, even it coming off of your tongue, is like, oh, or white, but I don't think that it should be that way. It's fine. Or brown people or yellow people or green people.
So, okay, someone that's from Korea but is an American in America would call themselves a Korean American.
Yes.
Yes, you agree?
Yes, but I think they will most of the time reference themselves as Korean, like of Korean descent. I feel like Korean American people don't reference themselves as Korean American. They just be like they Korean. I've just saying with like Mexican people, or people who are Puerto Rican, they don't go Puerto Rican American. Like people who live in New York that are Puerto Rican, I feel like they just be like, I'm Puerto Rican. Nigerian people be like, I'm Nigerian. Congolese people, I'll be like, I'm Congolese. I don't feel like they go, I'm this American. Like I'm not really into that. And America hasn't really shown, maybe just be like, yeah, let me say I'm American, because it ain't really just popping,
So that is the one conversation that I'm so happy that we are having right now. So America is looked at as like the land of the free for everyone outside of America. Would you agree?
Yes.
Because something that I've been noticing, not only on the internet, but just in real life, is that people are saying, and I'm just going to use Nigerian American or just Nigerian or immigrants from Nigeria. I'm just going to use myself as an example. They're saying that we are actually stepping on the shoulders or kind of taking opportunities or doing things like that to African Americans or black people. And because many Nigerians come here because America is seen as the place of the land of the free. Mm-hmm. However, your family is from here, so you've seen it as otherwise.
Yes. I'm not a descendant of immigrants directly. Obviously, right? So I'm not first, second, or second generation, whatever. My parents were born in America. My parents, well, not in America. My mother is an army brat, so she was born in like Germany or Turkey, I think. Germany, I think. Anyway, what was I saying about us? Oh, thinking it's the land of the free. Yeah, I've never thought of it. I never thought about it in that way, because I think I grew up with pretty woke parents, if you will, and so my pro-black daddy would always be talking about whatever is happening within the climate of racial relations at that time. So I remember as a kid having a great childhood, but still being aware that we are black, this means something. You know what I'm saying? This is how it's looked at by other people, or this is what, white people say, or this is what, whatever. I feel like I was informed at a younger age. I spent a lot of time around white people as a kid, going to a very mixed school and stuff like that. So being maybe the only black girl I was in like advanced courses, right? So I was the only black girl in all my classes. So I had to and you could see you can feel the disconnect or whatever. So that informed me as well. So I never really thought about America being super free or whatever, or the land of opportunity in that way. But I think Americans take it for granted too, because we were born here, so it's not as if I think a lot of American people are like, we take for granted the fact that laws are in place and things like that for us to have certain opportunities. But it's hard as a black person, because
Yeah.
a lot of stuff, it's not free. And I will not feel comfortable even saying like, oh, it's just free, because it's not. There are various things we can point to or talk about that will show that it's not free, so yeah.
Yes. So
funny.
Y'all, let me tell y'all something. I mean, I make a lot of comedy and everything is funny and stuff too, but there's a lot of stuff that I deal with too, even coming from my go home, your parents are Nigerian.
Yeah.
You go out with your friends, everybody black, and you're just like, whoa, well, and even where my comedy is pulled from, my lens is very like, I feel like I live in a triple consciousness or some type of, other realm. And when you talk about it, it's like, what you talking about? Blah, 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 blah,
Yeah.
blah, 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 blah. And it's like, no, but like, listen, this is like a real thing, and it's shaping everything I do. And it's shaping real things in my world. Like, people are talking about, immigrants, African immigrants are taking roles of historical black figures and things like that. And listen, I'm an actress. I love my back in the day videos. I love, I love
them too.
no, thank you. I love putting that stuff out there, because I was born and raised here, and that is the media that I was fed. And if there's like a historical figure that's in Hollywood and they're black, and I'm like, wow, I could do that. I can, even though my family comes from Nigeria, would I be, I don't want people to hate me and turn their back on me, because it's something that I love to do. I love acting and getting into character, and I love to play the roles, but I don't want to be looked at as the person that's taking roles from.
Yeah. I think being an informed Nigerian American girl, woman. Sorry if you're nasty. No, not even if you're nasty, just in general. She is a lady, a woman, like crazy.
I'm a lady. Honey, a queen.
She's a ingenue.
I'm okay.
I'm working on my Nigerian accents too. We're not gonna whip it out now, because I'm not gonna embarrass myself, but it's pretty good. I mean, I'm gonna try it anyway. What were we saying?
Taking the roles.
Oh, taking the roles. I think I'm
gotta put it in quotes.
It's fine. You can.
I have to put it in. I can't sit here. It's in quotes.
You are not, and I would say you, but these Nigerian Americans, these or these British
African immigrants.
These African immigrants that are taking roles that are being created.
Are we? Okay, we're gonna wait. Take in the roles, take in the roles, take in the roles, you take in the roles. Oh, you can be real honest.
No, you good.
Okay.
No, when it comes to like African immigrants given these opportunities, because I think we have to talk about the why with everything, especially when we talk about things with the black lens. We were talking about earlier things in a vacuum, and Ngozi in such the sweetest way like looks at me and is like, well, when people say that, like, what is the vacuum, and that saying essentially is like referring to something being enclosed and not having other factors affecting it, whatever that it is, we're talking about. And so with our blackness, we can understand that we have not been left alone. Right? So we have not been able to just live and be. We have been enforced on certain ideologies. We've been stripped of certain things like our heritage, our history, our traditions, our customs. So we have this baby, if you will, of a people that is just whatever, that has been beaten into submission to be a certain type of way. And this certain type of way is not themselves. This certain type of way is a white way, the white standard of beauty, what have you. So now we're in this level of resurgence of understanding what has happened to us. So when we talk about black actors, black films, or not black films, but our blackness and representation, you as a
first generation
Nigerian woman accepting a certain type of role, as long as you, I feel, are aware of what has been happening and talk about it and discuss it and not be misinformed, I think that it is acceptable because you're calling more to the conversation.
Right.
You know, you're not just doing something blindly and not saying, hey, I see what's happening. I relate that to light skin privilege, or, you know, any type of privilege that you have. It can be used for good. What one group, I won't say what group, what one group of people is doing, fuck that, what white people are doing to fuck over other groups could be looked at as bad, but we can still even use it as good, you know? And so the opportunities that they are choosing, Hollywood is choosing to pass over. I mean, the slew of Hollywood actors, black, or not even black, well, yeah, black, but American-born Hollywood actors that are doing their thing. So it ain't even like they gotta find them or nothing, but choosing to skip over them and choose, you know, immigrants who are not connected with that story or that character, don't even really know, you know, what that person meant to them, I think is on purpose and it's divisive. And if you talk about it, that makes it okay to indulge, because you're informing and educating your people about it. So if you do accept the role to be, you know, when they remake that Harriet Tubman film or whatever they're gonna do or whatever, and, you know, as long as you're talking about it and saying, I acknowledge what y'all are trying to do, but everyone, this is what's happening. I realize I'm a first generation born Nigerian woman. I realize my parents, blah, 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 blah. I realize these things, you know, I'm not taking.
But would that be enough? Because don't you think that Zoe Saldana said, I realize that I am not the same skin tone. I realize that I do not have the same nose. But as an actress,
yeah,
you know,
okay.
That was not okay.
It was not okay.
Okay. What if she would have been, you know, a Caribbean woman who had no ties to her role? Would it have been okay then? I still think you would say no.
I would. This is why I say Zoe Saldana is different too. Zoe Saldana has went on record before saying she does not identify as even black, right?
Okay.
So she's already disconnected herself, and then she's being asked to play a specific person, a historical figure who literally built her platform off of her blackness. So all of these historical figures aren't necessarily, you know, one way or the other or whatever, you know, but in her particular case, how bad does that look for you to say, I don't even identify with these group of people, which is a fallacy, you know, but I don't even identify with these group of people. And on top of that, I'm going to come in and play this that I don't even identify with.
I make dope shit, but y'all don't feel it. And I edit so much, I could do it in my sleep. Create so much, I think it runs in my genes. That's GoziTV.